I'm going to be showing you how to set up Claude Code. I've just recently started running the curl command right here in my terminal on Debian Linux. As you can see, it is now installing Claude Code native build latest. We'll see how long this takes. And while this is running, I'm just going to go through the website over here. You can see you can work with Claude directly in your code base, build, debug, and ship from your terminal, IDE, Slack, or the web. Describe what you need and Claude handles the rest. So it looks like after that the installation is now complete, and in order to run this I'm just going to type Claude help, and unfortunately that didn't actually do anything for some reason, even though it should run. But we could also just add the direct link right here, and then we could do help. Let's see if this works. There we go. So now we have Claude running in the terminal, and you can also integrate this into your IDE as well if you're using like Visual Studio Code or something like that. But now it's already installed on my Linux computer, and if you want to look for the instructions to set it up in VS Code, you're just going to want to run this command right here, and then it will install it in VS Code for you. Or you can just use the browser as well. So let's read through this a little bit. You can get started with Claude Code completely for free, I think, and then they also have the Pro plan, which is $17. It's perfect for short coding sprints in small code bases with access to both Claude Sonnet and Opus 4.5, which is the latest and greatest LLM model. And I've heard really good things about Claude Code, although I haven't actually used it myself yet because I'm not really doing too much programming these days. But the fact of the matter is, using something like Claude Code, you don't even have to know how to program anymore. So if I want to install VS Code, I'm just going to come over here and type sudo apt-get install VS Code, and we'll see if I'm able to install VS Code. Looks like that's not the right command. Let me open up my software browser over here, and we can search for Visual Studio here. There it is, Visual Studio Code right here. So it's available from FlatHub. If I just click on this, it will now install VS Code onto my local machine. It takes like a couple seconds because I have really fast internet. And then we can also integrate Claude Code directly into VS Code as well, which I'll show you how to do in a little bit here once this is finished downloading and installing. In the meantime, we can continue reading through the website over here. Looks like you can integrate this with GitHub, so you can easily pull and push to your GitHub repository. And it also integrates with Slack as well if you want to communicate with your team using Claude Code. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to open up Google Gemini and I'm going to ask, what can Claude Code do? It says Claude Code is Anthropic's entry into the agentic coding space. So essentially no code, you just issue it a prompt and it will create the entire app for you. Unlike a standard chatbot where you copy paste snippets, Claude Code lives directly in your terminal. As you can see over here, it's running in my terminal and has authority to actually do things in your file system. Wow. Think of it as a highly capable, very literal junior developer who lives in your command line. Here's a breakdown of what it can handle. So it can do code generation and editing, it can execute terminal commands, and then direct problem solving as well. So seems very, very powerful. And if I want to install this on VS Code, let's see if it's finished. Looks like it finished installing VS Code. Very easy to do on Linux, and I'm just going to click on launch, and that will open up VS Code. So now we're inside our coding editor right here, and if I want to, let's say, install a plugin or something along those lines, I can come down to extensions, and then I'm just going to search for Claude Code right here. So it should pull up right away, and there it is. So that's the #1 extension. It's got 3.3 million downloads. So I'm just going to click on this, and then we can just hit install. Trust Publisher and install. We're just going to install that. And now we're going to have Claude Code running over here in VS Code. Then this is going to help you tremendously in terms of just, easing your workflow. And it can do a lot of the coding for you. It looks like they also have an option for Claude Code right over here as well. So as you can see, this is how you access your Claude Code. Claude Code can be used with your Claude subscription or build based on API usage through your console account. So in this case, I just want to use the console, which is going to be over here. And I can open that up. So now I just need to log into Claude console over here. So we're just going to go ahead and log in with my Gmail account real quick. We will probably need to get some sort of subscription in order to use Claude Code, but it's only like $17 a month. So if you are doing a lot of coding, it probably makes a lot of sense. And now it's just asking to authorize and generate the API keys. So we're going to authorize that now. And there we go. So all set up for Claude Code. I can now close the window. So let's go ahead and close this out. And now we should have access to Claude Code over here. Just going to cancel that out for now. And there we go. So now we can ask Claude Code anything we want, or we can also do it over here in the terminal as well. But this is going to be a bit more complicated to actually do this. So I'm just going to use VS Code in this case. And we can tell it whatever we want, like, build a software as a service product to handle, I don't know, subscriptions, whatever. And now it's just going to start coding. Well, it looks like I do need to authenticate this. So it looks like I need to open this up and then I need to authorize it over here. So apparently that didn't actually go through this time. It should work right away. Once I hit authorize, we should be able to have access to it over here in VS Code. So let's try that again. We can also run Claude in the terminal as well. So that's what it's doing here. But it wasn't able to find it because I think the path is not set up properly. So let's just come over here and we're just going to enter that in. And boom, look at that. So now we have Claude Code running inside VS Code over here. And you can change the formatting of everything as well. I'm just going to use dark mode for now. And then here we can set the login method. So in this case, I'm just going to use Anthropic Claude console. And once again, it's opening the browser and it's asking me to authorize. So let's see if this actually works this time. There we go. So it says login successful. We're just going to press enter. And there we go. So press enter again. And it's asking to use recommended settings. I'm just going to say yes. Do you trust the files in this folder? Claude may read, write, or execute files contained in this directory. Yep, that's fine. And here we go. So now it says, welcome back, Mike. It's using Sonnet 4.5. And we can get started right away. So it's recommending to fix type check errors. So I should just be able to type this here. Fix type check errors. And there we go. So now it is running Claude Code inside VS Code over here. I'm not exactly sure what this is doing, but it's basically just like searching the path in my local directory, and it's doing its thing, right? And if we want to browse shortcuts, we can easily just type question mark right here. And what is this saying? CD to open web UI. Sure, that's fine. We're just going to go ahead and do that. And this is just setting up the entire environment for Claude Code right here. And yeah, it's just setting everything up. And again, you can also do this over here in your terminal. If you're on Windows or Mac, probably it's not going to be as easy to do this sort of thing, although they do have terminals in Windows. But I would recommend using Linux if you want to do a lot of this stuff. So if I want to like install something on Claude Code, I could type install right here. And then I think you can install like different extensions using the terminal over here. But it's already the latest version, so we don't need to do anything there. And then from here, basically you can integrate this into VS Code or whatever you want. And it can do all of your debugging and writing the code for you. So you could potentially create like an app in Lovable or Replit or something like that, and then you could put it into VS Code, and then you can use Claude Code to set everything up and just debug everything for you. So pretty powerful stuff here. And they're always coming out with new tools. I just made a tutorial about using Manus as well, which is an AI agent builder. So yep, AI is advancing very rapidly, and if you want more information, go ahead and join my school community over here. I give access to a lot of the templates, the courses, tutorials that I provide on this YouTube channel. It's completely free to start, and then I also offer paid plans as well, starting at about $29 a month, and then the VIP plan is $499 a year. So there's a link in the description below if you want to join the school community. Would love to see you inside here. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching this tutorial. Go ahead and check out Claude Code. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Signing off. Peace from Thailand.